Hello friends, welcome. Friend, yesterday TRAI came out with this India Telecom Service Performance Indicator report for the quarter January to March. So this was published on 19/6/2025. Now friends, if you look at this report contains a lot of information. So I'll start from the beginning of this report. This is the report. I have underlined some of the portions of the report. So this is January-March 2025. So it was published on 19th of June 2025. And then if you go down below, there are many annexures. And then there is a executive summary, a table which captures all kinds of important information which we should care and we should look at. Now, friends, here one important information which we should be focused on is the wireless mobile plus FWA subscriber numbers. Earlier, the mobile plus FWA subscriber numbers were never part of quarterly report, but it was part of the telecom subscription report, which started from January 2025 because earlier FWA was part of wireline. Now, if you look at here, you will find that the wireless mobile subscriber is 1.15 billion and wireless FWA subscriber is 6.77 million end of March 2025, right? Now, friends, why I am doing this video today? The reason I'm doing this video today, if you recall, when the tariff hike happened, I actually did a video and an article which spoke about that how the data usage of Indian customer is plummeting. It is going down or it is becoming stagnated because people are no longer consuming more data as they used to do in past. Now, for that, friends, I'm going to show you my dashboard. It is the Indian Wireless Data KPI dashboard, trend in usage, pricing, and subscriber and technology. So if you look at this dashboard, you will notice that this is quarter by quarter starting from FY22 Q2. It was 14.73 GB per month, right, on an average user data consumption. It kept on increasing. And then when the tariff hike was announced, thereafter, it kind of gives a stagnation kind of feel, right? From 21.3, then 22.9. But people may say that it is still increasing, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you what is driving this increase. Whatever little that you see here. So if you look at this last 4 quarter from FY25 Q1 till FY25 Q4, which is 31st March 2025, you will see that there has been a slight increase from 21.3 to 22.19. But this slight increase is not an increase, which I wanted to tell you that there has been a complete stagnation of data usage per subscriber, which is a clear sign that though there has been tariff hike, the usage has not increased. There is a clear sign of resistance, especially by the low end and the middle end subscribers, that they don't want to use excessive data because more data you consume, you are going to pay data top up. You have to buy data top up vouchers, and therefore your outflow is going to become more. And that's what you are trying to avoid. That is the sense I'm getting by looking at this data. Now, friends, if you look at this chart, there are 4 different segments here. Important segments. The last segment we should ignore, which is CDMA. One is 5G, another is 4G, 3G, and 2G. 5G, you see an exponential increase of data, right? 4G, the data increased and it peaked till FY25 Q1, and then thereafter it has been plummeting. 3G has been plummeting, from the beginning itself, and the 2G data is kind of is going down, right? So this is the trend that I am seeing. What I am going to do, friends, because we now have the FWA data available. TRAI is now publishing FWA information, the number of wireless fixed user subscriber. And if you look at this report, the latest quarterly report, you'll find that the wireless mobile subscribers have been broken down into 2 segments, wireless mobile subscriber and wireless FWA subscriber. Wireless is 1.156 billion and FWA 6.66 billion. So 6 million, sorry. So what I am planning to do in this video is I am going to extrapolate. You making an assumption that what is an average FWA consumption of data per month. Once I know that, and once I know the total data consumption per subscriber, which I am assuming will include both wireless as well as FWA, because this is this particular information which I keep monitoring or I have aggregated in my website, it is wireless data usage. It is not wireline data usage, which is the latest data is 22.19. So if you see my chart, 22.19 here, right? So in this video, in this Excel sheet also, you will see that the total data, which is the total wireless data consumption per sub is 22.19 GB per month, right? Now using this and using the FWA subscriber data, which is 6.76. So you know the number 6.76, then you know the numbers, December number, which is 5.21. Actually, I don't know the December number, but what I've done, I know the January number. So I have subtracted 0.5 million from December. I get 5.21, then 0.5 million, because it has been seen that there is a steady rise of 0.5 million of FWA. So I've extrapolated back FWA till 31st March 2024. So this number starts from 3.71. Now it is 6.76. Now the average data consumption per FWA user, I am assuming 400 GB, right, per month. So if you see here, 400 GB per month here. Now total FWA data consumption per quarter would be what? 400 GB per month multiplied by this, multiplied by 3. So if you see here, this is the number, because there are 3 months in a quarter. So the total data consumption for FWA users in petabytes is 4452, 5052, 5652, 6252, and the current number is 8112, right? So that number I have. Now, friends, I know the total wireless data subscribers, which is the FWA subscriber plus the wireless subscribers, which I showed you here, right? If you see here, this is the addition: wireless mobile subscriber and FWA subscriber. So I have the total wireless data subscriber, and I have the total wireless data subscriber per sub. Total wireless data consumption per sub, which is 22.9 in the latest quarter. It was 21.52. And then 21.10, 21.30, which is the chart here, which I'm showing you. This is the chart, right? Now, if you know this, and you know the mobile phone subscribers, why? Because if you know the total wireless data subscriber, you subtract this FWA data subscriber, you get the total wireless mobile subscriber. So this is the total wireless mobile subscriber, which is the latest number is 1157, right? Go and look at it, 1157, right? This is the number. So then what you can do is that you will be able to extrapolate that what is the average data consumption per smartphone user. How can I do that? It's a very simple calculation. So this is the calculation. So this calculation is what? You multiply the total wireless data subscriber with the total data sub per consumption. That then you subtract what? Multiply this 3171, which is the total FWA subscriber, and the consumption plus FWA, and divide by the total wireless data subscriber, and you get a number of 19 GB per month for 31st March 2024. And then it becomes on 30th June, the number becomes 19.86 GB. 30th September, the number becomes 19.47. You can see that the number has dropped. Then for 31st December, it becomes 19.71, slight increase. Now it is 19.87. So it's a very, very small increase, provided the assumptions that I made it is 400 GB. Now, if this assumption becomes 500 GB in the last month, you see the number has dropped to 19.29. So it heavily depends upon the FWA data consumption per sub. You understand why this is important? Now, friends, let me just make it 400 GB, right? Now, friends, one more thing which is very, very noticeable. You have seen that the 5G subscriber in data consumption rate is exponentially increasing. Now, this number, which is exponentially increasing, we will be interested to know how much percentage of data of this is FWA, means contribution by FWA. You will be surprised to see in this Excel sheet that this is the total the total wireless data subs here, and the consumption number is here. Let me just show you the petabit number. Yeah, this is the number. Data total wireless all. So this is the number of total data consumption, wireless data, including 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and CDMA, right? CDMA no longer exists. So what I can do is, I can, because I know the data consumption for FWA. So if I divide this by this total data, I get this number. So you can see that, let me just show you the formula. This divided by, sorry, I wanted to calculate the for 5G. So this number, FWA data consumption per quarter is this 81112, and that divided by the total 5G consumption, which is 71815, that comes out to be 45% in the last quarter. So if you look at this number, will find that this number fluctuate between 40, it said remain between 45%. Right, 45% of the total 5G data that you see here in this chart, which is exponentially increasing, roughly around 45 to 46% of this data, assuming that 400 GB per month is the consumption, is contribution by FWA. So this, if 45 to 46% is from FWA, assuming it is 400 GB per month, you can imagine that the rest of the 5G data is just 50% of this 17 GB, 17.17815 petabytes. So if I multiply this by 17.815 multiplied by 0.55, it comes to be 9798, right? 9798. So 9798 is a fraction of 42424. So whatever 4G data consumption is decreasing, 5G is contributing. 5G smartphone is contributing to the data consumption, but that is not as significant as it is shown here, because this is largely because of FWA, which we can clearly see here, because if you see the total FWA data consumption is 8112 petabytes in the last quarter, and total 5G data consumption is 71815 in the last quarter, and it is 45.5%, which is roughly 46%, right? So that's all I wanted to show you, right? That the overall data consumption per subscriber, wireless subscriber, is not increasing. It is actually stagnant, especially for the smartphone users. Whatever increase that you are seeing here is only because of FWA. And whatever 5G exponential data that you are seeing here is because of FWA. It's almost 50% is contribution towards FWA. We have made a very conservative assumption of 400 GB per month. That's why when we say that we are increasing the data consumption exponentially because of 5G, it is not because of smartphone, friends. It is because of FWA. FWA is many times the smartphone, though the number is quite less. The contribution is significantly higher, because per month is, if you assume 20 GB per month per smartphone, then the FWA, if you assume 400 GB per month, this is how much? 20 times. So the 6.7 million subscriber that you have, 6.7 million FWA subscriber, that you have to multiply it by 20, it is equivalent to 134 million smartphone subscribers, friends. That is the whole story which I wanted to tell you, because this is very interesting and this has to be understood, that our data consumption is not increasing, friends, specifically because of tariff hike. Before tariff hike, it was increasing organically, smartphone. After that, it has become stagnant. That's the information, friends, which I wanted to show you through this video. I hope that you like this video and you found this data very interesting. And I will come back with a new video and a new topic next time. Thank you very much, friends, for listening till the end.